Hi, so we all know that one tune? That one tune that literally belongs in the bottom of the sea? Wait, do they belong in the bottom of the sea? That one thing that should be found in shallow waters over 5,000 meters deep. Specifically the northern one. We all know that tune. The shrimp one. Shrimpo. And we all know how he sucks. Shrimpo is actually so bad that he literally has negative stats. How do you get stats taken away from you? That is how bad this dude is. But here's the thing. I found a video, a very interesting video, that I think you guys would also be quite interested in. Check this out. This lovely creator right here, Guinea Pig Madness, this guy, made a video called, What If Shrimpo Wasn't a Failure? And I'm like, dang, that's a pretty tough thing to say. But what if Shrimpo wasn't a failure? Let's find out.
I'm going to
Yeah! I play it every day!
assume you haven't and explain it so I can stretch this video's length and get more watch time. Dandy's World is a mascot horror survival game on Roblox, where you can team up with up to 7 other players to survive spooky versions of beloved children's cartoon characters. You can play as a wide variety of different tunes, with passives and abilities that all make them unique.
This video is good so far. I just want to say, this guy has a very small channel. Very good video so far.
All of them have some sort of strength that makes them a viable option to play as while brave.
Whoa. I know you're just setting up for the slam dunk from Shrimpo, but like, some tunes have pretty worse abilities. Like Toodles, come on, let's be real.
Brave in the dangers of Garden View. All but one. Shrimpo. He's the only character to have 1 star in all of his stats. But he does have 1 passive ability though. And maybe it can make his character worth playing at? It just makes him even worse.
Yeah, it does! When your only ability makes you worse, that's when you know you're the GOAT.
The worst character.
What if Shrimpo only actually uses 1% of his strength? What if he's like Shaggy? You don't want to see me when I use all my strength.
In the game, and it is literally said in his description not to play him because of how bad he is, only suggesting Shrimpo as a challenge for more experienced players. Even his trinket sucks.
It's just so funny, isn't it? Even his trinket sucks. It's like there's literally no good redeeming qualities or characteristics of Shrimpo whatsoever. Like, you would think, oh, I'm taking all these negative drawbacks. I'm taking all these penalties. Surely there's something that makes him better, like double Iker or quadruple research. No, literally he just is bad.
But what if that wasn't the case?
I want to know.
What if Shrimpo wasn't the joke character? What if Shrimpo wasn't a failure?
Tell me, how are you going to make Shrimpo not a failure? Are you gonna, I'm gonna take a guess here. He's gonna do a story of, or there's gonna be a floor of 8 Shrimpos, and they're gonna have to make it past, wave 10. That's my guess. Floor 10. We got Undertale music. Oh, he's solo Shrimpoing up in here. Ooh. We got a Shrimpo edit.
Let's establish what I'm gonna be basing these concepts and ideas off of. Shrimpo's personality is going to be a big area I'm going to be using for ideas. His interactions with other tunes, along with any other lines he may have, are going to be taken into account as well. And last but not least, any images or drawings in Garden View that have Shrimpo on them will also be kept in mind when designing his new stats and abilities.
Okay, so he's redesigning Shrimpo. Okay, so he's not doing a solo run. He's not doing anything like that. He's taking every lore aspect of Shrimpo, throwing them together, and basically respecting the character. Okay, which hints the wording, what if Shrimpo wasn't a failure? Alright, you know what? Let's see if we agree with this or not.
All non-main characters use a total of 15 stars to divide among their stats, so the same will be done with Shrimpo. I'm also going to be giving Shrimpo a new trinket, because his current trinket is literally just a brick that slows you down.
I don't see a problem with that. The brick's great. That's actually my favorite trinket.
With the guidelines being set, let's get started.
No wonder he's so much brain damage, dude. Waiting for the music then? Okay, hey, Guinea, I like you. You seem like a really chill dude. And I know you're trying to stretch the watch time in the video. This is not the play. This is not the play. The video didn't even make it to 8 minutes. Oh no. I need to teach you a thing or two. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
So each tune has
honestly, it would have been better if you didn't even put the text on the screen. I get distracted by other things. Let's watch the video.
6 different stats: health, skill check, movement speed, stamina, stealth, and extraction speed. First things first, health. I'm not changing it. Shrimpo's not
yeah, he's not a main tune.
Special enough to warrant an extra or missing heart. Plus, I think an extra heart would actually make him broken. Next, skill check. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's fine where it is. Just look at how he extracts Iker.
Yeah. So, wait. Can we get to the bottom of something here? I say Iker, okay? And then a lot of people say ichor. Is it like a pretty universal term? Is this something that people don't get mad at how you pronounce? I actually get flamed a lot for how often I mispronounce things. I think people think I do it on purpose, but I don't. For example, I call Tisha, and when people flame me and say it's Tisha, I just say things weird, okay? I just get over it. But I'm gonna continue saying Iker.
It's a miracle he's doing anything at all, so I'm just gonna... movement speed.
That's fine. So far, I agree with everything.
Shrimpo's rocking a power stance at all times, so it would make sense to give Shrimpo a good amount of movement speed. And after some careful and thoughtful consideration, I've decided to give Shrimpo 4 stars in movement speed.
Whoa! That's a
Just
big
look at
buff!
the way he moves and tell me he doesn't look like he would trample anyone that gets in his path.
No, I agree.
Find a better way to divide the stars. Man, I've been running for hours. I'm feeling a little low on stamina. I thought about how many stars I was going to give Shrimpo in this area for a bit, and I was originally going to settle at 4 stars and cry trying to assign the remaining stars to something that made sense for Shrimpo's character. But while I was looking at other characters for ideas on where to assign some of the stars, I discovered that Scraps has 5 stars in stamina.
Indeed she do, which doesn't really help because her movement speed's only 2, and it doesn't really make sense for a cat. Either way.
I previously had no idea that non-main character tunes could have that many stars, so I gave Shrimpo 5 stars for stamina. My justification for this is because of Shrimpo's walk and run animation. It just looks like he would have a lot of stamina given the way he decides to move around the facility.
It just looks like he would, so I gave it to him. No, I understand. I would literally say the same exact thing.
Plus, it makes more sense to give him stars and more physical traits instead of traits that involve using brain power, like extraction speed and skill checks.
I agree. I think we all agree that he has like negative mental acuity.
A lot more in those areas, not because I think he's the ultimate life form and should be the most jacked tune out of the whole cast, but more because I'm trying to keep stars out of the mentioned brain-powered stats. Next is stealth, 3 stars. I would give him less,
Okay. That's just cap.
but that would mean I have to give him more stars in other areas. And I would rather put a gun in my mouth. Extraction speed. I decided to give Shrimpo 2 stars in this area, because even though he's tugging on the wheel and bashing his head on the glass, he could be cooking up a new and better way of extracting ichor.
You know what? This is fair. He could be extracting more ichor into the machine. You know, the constant feeling and the constant, force of leakage. He might even bust a pipe where it starts flowing out on its own. I think you could have justified more stars here.
Look at how wide those pipes are. And they are only spitting out that much ichor. That is some bull crap. It's like shaking a vending machine when the thing you paid for gets stuck, or shaking your cup when you're trying to get out the...
Oh wait, people shake it after they paid for it? I thought people just shook the vending machine to get stuff for free. Oh my, I have a lot of apologies.
Last few drops of your drink. But he's still being a dumbass. So 2 stars. Well, those are all the stats. It's time for ability.
I am excited to see what ability he gave this man.
To start off, I'm getting rid of Shrimpo's original passive and
What? No way!
replacing it with a new ability. It wouldn't make sense for him to keep it because of the stars I gave him in stealth. So my original idea for his ability would be an attack he could use to stun Twisteds, kinda like Knuckles in Sonic.exe The Disaster. But when I was looking at the pictures throughout Garden View that Shrimpo was featured in, I noticed that he never got physical with any of the other tunes. In his interactions with other tunes along with any other lines he says don't imply that he would lay a finger on anybody, so no punchability. But I do have something else in mind. Perhaps without...
That is cool that he didn't give him a punch ability even though he mogs and runs like he would punch someone, but he doesn't because in the lore he says that he was never punched anyone. I like this thoughtful consideration from Mr. Guinea Pig here.
Without knowing it, Shrimpo could be a team player. That is why I proposed the replacement to his bully ability, Taunt.
Taunt. Let's read that really fast.
That is why I proposed the replacement to his bully ability, Taunt.
Gets the attention of all Twisteds within range of line of sight. Twisteds affected can't switch targets until they lose you. Okay.
When fellow tunes are in a bind, and you just have the undying urge to make fun of their predicament, Shrimpo has got your back. He'll say something that'll get on everyone's nerves, but some more than others. This ability will cause all Twisteds within a certain range or within the line of sight to target Shrimpo, and they will not give up until they lose him. While chasing Shrimpo, they won't be able to switch targets because they are dead set on making Shrimpo eat his words. Some of his taunt
I like that a lot. That is actually extremely fitting to Shrimpo.
lines can be, "Yes, thank," or I hate you, or kill yourself. This ability falls.
Well, I don't know about that. I was thinking a Shrimpo line to a Twisted would be more like, "You're as ugly as the poop I took this morning. Hey, Twisted, how would you come twist this? Get over here, you bully. You want a knuckle sandwich? I got it with extra mustard." Sorry. I'm gonna like, move on now.
Falls in line with what his poster says about him, stating he often causes issues and messes and never learns his lesson, prompting him to provoke Twisteds again and again. This ability would have a cooldown of 45 seconds. While it's not the most useful thing in the world, especially in solo runs, it can come in handy for saving your fellow toons. Now that Shrimpo himself has been revamped, it's now time for his trinket. So, now that we have the new and improved Shrimpo, he needs a trinket to match his new self.
I think it should just be Brick.
It took me a bit to come up with an idea for Shrimpo's trinket, but I think I got an idea. So Shrimpo bashes his head against Ichor machines while extracting Ichor. What if his brain dead and concussion-inducing strategy is actually helpful? That's why I proposed the new trinket, Brick. I know it's the same thing, I've just
Yeah, it is just the same thing.
given it a new purpose. So when you're extracting Ichor, and you have the Brick equipped, you
Whoa, did you draw this?
get a very small Ichor boost when a skill check starts. The trade-off for the trinket comes with a 33 decrease of the skill check size.
Oh my gosh.
Just imagine pairing that with a magnifying glass. People with that combo really have their work cut out for them. It goes well with Shrimpo's display of brute force while
That's hilarious. That is actually hilarious. Now that's genius.
extracting Ichor, and it doesn't seem like something that can be abused with another trinket or character without giving the player a hard time. Thus, I think this is a good, but not perfect, trinket for Shrimpo. And so now, I present to you, the new Shrimpo.
When a skill check appears, you will receive a very small Ichor boost. The trinket will decrease skill check size by 33%. Yeah.
This is probably the direction I would take Shrimpo if he wasn't a joke character, and I hope you think he's cool or neat. But if those guidelines at the beginning of the video weren't set in place, I would definitely have made a few stats different. This is what I had in mind for a no restrictions Shrimpo.
Yeah, I agree with that for no restriction Shrimpo.
Well, that's about all I had for this video. If you had any other ideas for what a
Alright, fair enough. So that would be Shrimpo if he wasn't a failure. Overall, I think I agree with how he redistributed Shrimpo. I think I would have redistributed Shrimpo in a pretty similar way. Either way, massive shout out to Guinea Pig Madness for this video. The one thing I would say though about his ability is it is like it's good, but it's basically just Pebble, right? But yeah, I'm reading the comments on some of the like on this video, and it seems like a lot of people are just missing the point. It's not supposed. It's like if Shrimpo wasn't a failure. A lot of people are like trying to pluck holes and be like, oh, he's beloved because of how bad he is. Yeah, I agree. That's what he is, and this is why it'll never be added into the game. It's just a fun idea. Like, what if he wasn't a failure? You know what I mean? That's all it is. Either way, once again, massive shout out to Guinea Pig Madness. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do love and appreciate every single one of you. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 50k subscribers by the end of the year. Either way, I don't have anything else to say. There's a TTD update coming out in like 10 minutes. So, bye!